let's go. It's counting down as of right now. We should be live in about 30 seconds and we are good to go. Appreciate you guys. All right, it says we are streaming. It says we are good to go. So who am I? My name is Brian Bean. I'm the founder of the Extra Digit Movement. I am rocking and rolling here in Atlanta, Georgia. We are putting some things together that are going to send shockwaves through your income and through your bank account. Somebody brand new right now is looking at this saying, what are we here for? Well, we do primarily two things, just so you know. The Extra Digit Movement is about growing your net worth one digit at a time. That means if you're making 3 figures right now, if we change that to 4, how would you feel? If you're making 4 figures right now, if you start making 5 figures, how would you feel? If you're making 6 figures right now and you became a millionaire, how would you feel? Well, a lot of people don't know, but the Extra Digit Movement, that's exactly what happened to me. I was making 3 figures every 2 weeks on a job I could not stand, right? And I was just, can't give you guys the name of the company, but they call it the Bank of America. And what I realized was it's real simple. I was counting other people's money, making other people rich, and then I would go home broke. So I got out of my comfort zone and I changed my situation. And my sophomore year in college, I went to Morehouse College. I graduated in 1997 with my degree in English, and I thought I was going to law school. My sophomore year in college, I learned personal growth, self-development, personality conflicts, personality types, conflict resolution skills, learn how to do leadership, how to build leadership, 5 levels of leadership, 4 stages of endurance. I learned these billion-dollar frameworks, and I made my first $1 million in my 20s. Guess what I didn't learn? Money management. Nobody taught me. People taught me how to make the money. Nobody taught me how to make the money grow. So I lost all my money because I got audited. I wasn't frivolous. I wasn't buying like 10 cars and all that stuff. I really was just audited and didn't know that the government is serious about their little taxes. So I started all over in my 30s. I started teaching economic empowerment, and life has been great. I'm going to show you guys something that should make a lot of sense to you, that if you don't understand this, you won't understand anything else. We are in a new era. Times have changed. You happen to be born during a pandemic. What that means, guys, is, hey, if you don't understand the power now of a home-based business, you never will. If you can see the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, football, of course, football, the Olympics, churches, Vegas, everything got shut down and our economy came to a screeching halt. Now, if you weren't affected by that, consider yourselves one of the lucky ones. But what that means is, just like that, your situation can change. Now, if unemployment is up and taxes are up and inflation is up, because the less people meet, the more prices have to go. The higher prices have to go. The more things have to cost. So if you are in a daycare or a nail salon or a barbershop or a restaurant, if you notice, things are a little more expensive because they got to make up for the 3 or 4 months that they took off. And guess what? We're nowhere near the end of the pandemic. When's the last time you heard of a vaccine? If they come out with a vaccine tomorrow, how many of y'all gonna be first in line? I know I'm not going, right? I'm not the first person that they're gonna inject with something and then 20 years later say, have you been injected with the corona vaccine? You know, I'm not gonna be on that commercial. So my point is, it's gonna take a minute for this confidence to shake down. Crystal, oh goodness, Crystal is in the building. We are ready to roll now. What's up, Miss Crystal? So guys, I'm excited because we got a lot of new people that understand that the finances have to change in order for them to change their situations. So if inflation is up, if taxes are up, if debt is up, and everything is up, your income has to be up. The one thing you need to add to your portfolio is a home-based business. Why? Because a home-based business lowers your taxes automatically. A home-based business lowers your debt because you can have unlimited income. A home-based business literally allows you to have what's called a high earning capacity, and the startup cost is nominal, meaning nothing, meaning not much at all. Let me give you guys an example. I was showing people this the other day. So after the pandemic, my income shot to a minimum of $15,000 a month. Come on, you come on. All right, my assistant is in the building working on something for you guys.
Hey, y'all.
What's up? So look, right? So every single day at 5 o'clock, a minimum of $500 hits my phone every single day. Now, people say, Brian, what do you mean by minimum? Well, that's 500. That's 500 yesterday, 5 the day before, 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 right? Every single day. Then leads come in, then more money comes in, then more money comes in, then more money comes in. Well, here's why. Everybody is at home. Now, the reason I say that $500 is the minimal amount is because that's just one of the 10 ways that we get paid. So before the webinar earlier, I was just showing everybody that, you know, things get real serious here. It wasn't $500. Yesterday was $588, and today was $909. So when I tell you guys that the minimum is $500, and that's one of the 10 ways we get paid, you can make unlimited income in this business. I got about $7,000 just sitting in my e-wallet that I haven't transferred to my checking account yet. Now, I'm not bragging and boasting. I just want you guys to understand that prior to that, this weekend, 14,000 hit the same account. 1,400 hit the same account on the same Friday. Guys, if you ever wanted a time in your life to earn 5 and 6 figures and 7 figures in the next few years from home, raise your hand if you believe the time is now. Why is that important? Because everybody is at home. Let's break this down. The home-based business lowers your taxes. You got it. You see we have unlimited earning capacity. You got it. You also know that we're using Zoom and technology. You got it. You also know that a video can be played one time, and then it continues to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and count, so that one video may have 300 people today watching this, but it'll have 20,000 people tomorrow watching it. It'll have 50,000 people next week watching it. It'll have 100,000 people next year watching it. Put this in your notes. Video is the gift that keeps on giving. Video is the gift that keeps on giving. So everybody, what's my point? You have to leverage your way to wealth. We have a staff, we have a team of experts, and this team of experts, all you do is expose people to the experts at making wealth real. See, here's what people miss. They say, Brian, what is the home-based business? I'm missing it. What are you guys actually offering? Just because it went over your head. We're offering education with implementation. Put that in your notes. Education with implementation. The home-based business, people need to get educated on why that's important. But why, while you're opening and operating your home-based business, making wealth real does all the hard legwork. They do the hard part. Okay, what do? We basically have 4 pillars that everybody you know can take advantage of for $228 one time and $119 a month. Now, let me make sure you get this. If a person can get their taxes lowered, $300, $700, $900 a month, and they invest $119 one time, raise your hand if you would take that change, right? That exchange. If a person can get their credit score increased from the 5s to the 6s to the 7s, or from the 7s to the 8s, or from the 6s to the 7s, and now have lower interest rates, and it costs $119 a month, would you exchange lower taxes and lower debt for $119 a month? See, what people don't realize, and I'm gonna take questions at the break here in a second, you gotta stop trying to get wealthy by yourself, guys. It doesn't work. You gotta start saying to yourself, how long have I been doing this by myself, and where am I right now? Have a team of people that know money. Have a team of people who know credit. Have a team of people who know taxes. Have a team of people who know debt. We just introduced something called Bill Shredder last week. Bill Shredder is where we negotiate all your bills for you, and in certain cities, even your utilities, and get them down. Have a team of people who know how to negotiate. Have a team of financial advisors who know how to increase your money. $4 a day. Raise your hand if you think that's affordable, right? $4 a day. So this is what I want you guys to get. A McDonald's franchise maybe $200,000 in capital that you need, maybe $2 million over time for you to get 5 or 6 of them. But the reason people invest is because they're $1 billion or burgers served. When I was in Dubai, I saw McDonald's. I've been to South France. I've been all over the world. I saw McDonald's. I was in South Africa. I saw McDonald's. When I was in Aruba, I saw McDonald's. When I was in Monaco, I saw McDonald's. Billions of dollars. They mastered 4 things: burgers, fries, shakes, apple pies. You're mastering 4 things: Money Max, Credit Max, Equity Max, and Wealth Max. And people can buy into the Making Wealth Real franchise, but instead of 200,000, it's 228. Instead of 10,000 a month, it's 119 a month. Now, what we do is simple. We turn your expenses into deductions. Let me say this again. If you have a cell phone bill, but you also have a business, your cell phone bill becomes a tax deduction. If you have the internet, but you have a business, your internet becomes a tax deduction. So your house and a percentage of everything you pay out can become a tax deduction if you have a home-based business. So old Paul here said, man, I accumulated $17,000 in tax deductions. Our mobile app that you take pictures of your receipts with it, you upload them to the cloud. Now, if Paul made $50,000 last year, 17,000 comes off of it and he's taxed on 33. That, ladies and gentlemen, is because he has the 1099. If you make $50,000 on a W-2, they take the taxes off the 50 and you live off 33. If you don't do anything else, guys, learn to flip the code. W-2, taxes come off the top. You spend what's left. 1099, deductions come off the top. You get taxed on what's left. That, my friends, is the difference. So here we have people that have a 1099 with Making Wealth Real. Ursula said, look, I saved $455. The gentleman on the right said, look, I was getting taxed $1,186. Now I'm getting taxed $325. I saved $861 a month. Guys, listen, I don't have to go through this. I know I got some business partners out here that's gonna help me. Y'all, I'm losing my voice, so I need y'all to help me out. If you are in Making Wealth Real Financial and you have seen a W-4 adjustment or any type of accomplishment from the Money Max experts that work for us, come off mute for me so I don't have to do so much talking, please, while I drink my water. Help me out. Going once.
Hey, Brian, it's Kim.
Hey, Kim. What's up, Kim?
How are you?
I'm doing good. I need a great Money Max testimony. Help me out.
I got you. Me personally, I had $200 come back into my paycheck, but my son's father, he had $1,300 come back in his just from simply uploading his pay stubs and his last year tax return into the portal. The experts did the work and they sent that corrected W-4 back to him. And now, like I say, he's getting $1,300 a month every month.
So what do you think that teaches your son? The fact that mom and dad are paying less to the government, he's already starting to think like a what?
As an entrepreneur, first of all.
That's right. That's right.
But he understands, and it's funny because he listens and he hears every time these are playing, and he's getting it now. So he asks certain questions at the age of almost 16.
He's almost 16, so he already knows whatever you do, don't give all your money to who? Uncle Sam. Am I right?
Or any other uncle.
That's right. That's right. Or your other uncle. So you take your 200. Now people say, Kim, it's just $200. But people miss this. You can take the 200 and turn it into 650. Am I right?
Absolutely. By
doing what? What kind of things do you do when you get this extra money?
Paid on bills. So now that's expanding my cash flow because now I can get stuff, taken care of, and that's more money coming back into my house at the end of the day.
Nice. So guys, I want you to understand that income, thank you, Kim. No problem. Income shifting means shifting the money back to yourself and away from the people who shifted it away from you. You can't tell me that a trained staff of IRS agents don't need to be on your side. Now, Credit Max is the same $119 a month. All of this is included for $119 a month. You upload your 3 reports, and people miss this, but just because they call them bureaus, guys, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, they just privately held companies. They compete with everybody, just like Walmart compete with Target, right? They're in competition. They just take the information that your creditors give them and they throw it on your report. Well, there are laws that protect you, and these things have to be removed if they were put on your report erroneously. Yes. So you got people with a 356 that are now at a 501 that are now at a 763. But wait a minute, I got people out there that's gonna help me out. I know they ain't gonna let me down. I need a Credit Max testimony, man. Y'all come on. Somebody help me out. Unmute yourself so I can save my voice. Anybody out there seeing the Credit Max results? Kim did.
Hey.
Who's that?
Lysandra.
Lysandra, where are you? Wave your hand. Oh, I see you. There you go. Lysandra, help me out. What you got for me?
All right. Well, with the Credit Max, I uploaded my 3 credit reports, uploaded my husband's as well, and we both have seen results. My credit score has went up 19 points, and his has went up 32 points already. These are the fastest results and the best results we've seen, especially having it done legally. And I can now rest knowing that I don't have to deal with the creditors.
Nice. So walk me through the process. Let the people know you get this portal, right? Everybody gets some free reports. You upload them back, and then what do you do after you upload them back? What do you have to do?
That's it. I just watch the numbers go up.
That's it. And I keep telling people, y'all just check the mailbox. Am I right?
That's it.
That's it. Check the mailbox. Any correspondence you get from the 3 bureaus, you bring them back to our experts, upload them in our portal. That's part of your 119. And the experts have limited power of attorney, and they start getting your credit scores up. Now, tell the truth, Ms. Davis, it get kind of addicting, doesn't it? You can't wait to see what happens next.
It is very addicting. I'm like at the mailbox, like, oh, did they send me something? Did they send me something else? I'm ready to upload everything.
Nice. Well, congratulations. And I can't wait till you hit that 700 club, 800 club. Is that cool?
Yes, thank you.
Anybody else got a Credit Max? I heard somebody else trying to chime in, I think. Want to share Credit Max with me before I change over? Going once? Going twice? So new people, ask me anything you want. No suggestions. I don't need no recommendations. All I need is questions, right? If you're brand new, this is your first time, not my QFDs, new people who this is your first time actually seeing the business. Now's the time to come off mute. Ask me what you want so far. I'm gonna move on. Going once. New people are always so shy. And then y'all will hang up and beat the death out of the person that put you on here with questions. All right.
So I have a question.
All right. Way to step up. And it makes me a better trainer when you ask questions. Who's speaking?
Dimitri Tolbert.
Hey, Dimitri, how you doing, man?
I'm great. Miss Anita had invited me, but I was just asking, like, what does it look like day to day? What do we do day to day?
Great question. So right now, especially with the COVID pandemic, right? Dimitri, most people are either looking for something, or they rather be home, or they're worried about their finances. So day to day really just means use our Facebook memes and posts. Social media is very powerful. Use the text messages and the contacts that you have. Use the phone and just ask people that hey, listen, I'm running with an organization, $1 million organization, $1 trillion industry, and a future $1 billion company. Do you want your cash flow cleaned up? Do you want to work with our experts? You're not selling the business. And I think people miss this. Like, if you notice, guys, I'm not selling you the business. I'm telling you how it works. If a person doesn't want higher credit scores, lower taxes, lower debt, and I haven't shown you guys the land banking yet, then that's not your business. So Dimitri, what you do is you take 30 minutes a day to an hour a day and just build your business by educating people on the power of income shifting, and you get people to the website and let us do it for you.
Sounds pretty simple.
Pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
So I think people overcomplicate it. Most people want help with their finances. They just need a little push. Most people want advice on their finances. They just don't know who to trust. And when you have firms that have been in business 25, 30 years, like our firms have, then they get comfortable having confidential conversations with professionals instead of their friends. And that's the only way your money changes, is when you talk to people who have money. Would you agree?
Yes.
Very, very powerful. Good question.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? Talk to me. New people. Yeah, I can. Somebody said something?
Yeah, just making sure, 'cause sometimes my audio doesn't work right. So I'm looking at this is Shrek. I'm his a friend brought me into this. Anyway, what I'm looking at is what products are what are your core products then?
Okay. So the core products are sorry. The core products are Money Max,
Okay.
Credit Max,
Okay.
Equity Max, which you haven't seen yet, and Wealth Max, which I'm about to get to. So that those four things together are called the Financial Edge membership. So our core product or service is the Financial Edge membership and the experts that come with each one.
Okay. So the question then is, no license. You don't need any license. Be licensed in any state for this.
No, because Making Wealth Real is already licensed in all 50 states. The vendors or the service providers that we're with, they're the ones that need the license and all the schooling and all that. What we do is introduce people to Making Wealth Real and let the experts do the work while we make the money.
Okay. That answers some questions there. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right. Great questions, man. Hey, I love a good question. I'm telling you, it's something about people asking questions that tells me they're interested. So let's make this happen. Now watch this. You're gonna love this because I haven't talked about all of them yet. So these are more credit testimonies. Sean went from a 602 to a 717. This young man, Scott, was hovering around the sevens, doing well. 737, 717, 780. Got with us, 809, right? So it's amazing what experts can do for you when you let them do it. Let's keep going. Now, Equity Max is when you upload your debt and now, recently, as of last week, your bills into our system. Equity Max, Credit Max, and Money Max all have this portal called Ask the Expert. So all you're doing, guys, just take 30 minutes a day. Say, you know, if I was you, I would say, you know what? Let me do my Money Max today, right? Because we all know y'all are super busy. Take 30 minutes, upload your pay stubs, and upload your tax returns and let the expert start working. Then tomorrow I say, let me do my Credit Max today. Take 30 minutes, download your credit reports, upload them back to us, and let the expert start working. Equity Max, you know what? Let me get my credit card statements. Let me get my student loans. Let me upload that today. They do all of this for you and say, hey, instead of 13 years of debt, you'll be out of debt in 6. Now, I don't know about you guys, but you need to learn this. Interest is the penalty you pay for the right to own things in advance you cannot afford. That's a wealth principle. When I learned that, I looked at money totally different. Interest is the penalty you pay for the right to own things in advance you cannot afford. So when you get your interest down and start making more money, you're going to change your life. You see? So they even give you a millionaire date. When you put your numbers in, they say, listen, Trevor, you'll have $50,000 in 34 months after you're debt free. You have $250,000 or $100,000 in 149 months. You see? So now in 10 years, you'll have $250,000. You'll be a millionaire by this date. You'll be debt free by this date. You have to give your money a plan, guys. Because if you don't have a plan for your money, somebody else does. Let's conclude with this. Wealth Max. Wealth Max involves 2 sides of the coin: private banking and land banking. Let me show you private banking. A private reserve account is an insurance instrument. Now you're using the insurance laws. Wealthy people do this all the time. You now build cash value in a private reserve account known as an IUL. That's totally different than wholesale and term and all this stuff. Insurance companies are the ones who insure your money at the bank. So it doesn't have the same volatility as the stock market or your 401k or your IRA or your Roth account, because your bank money, your money in the bank, it goes up and down because it's being invested in the stock market. Insurance companies insure your money so it doesn't have the volatility. So in other words, you can pull $20,000 out of your private reserve account and it'll still draw interest as if you never pulled it. So let's say you got 80,000. You would think if you pull 20, your interest would go to 60. No, it still draws like it's 80. It's a totally different instrument. And this is a private consultation you can have with individuals under the Wealth Max umbrella. Now, land banking. And I'm gonna show you the money, and my 30 minutes is up. Watch this. Land banking is the purchasing of land in the path of growth. Our consulting firm has done the market research, and it shows why the land is so expensive in California, in Southern California. Right outside of Los Angeles, about 60 miles out, there's a new area called Antelope, California. Why is that important? Well, when you see Warren Buffett putting $2.5 billion in this area, you may want to start looking at this area. When you see NASA and the armed forces bringing 6,000 jobs to this area called Antelope, you may want to ask yourself why.
It's actually, can I interrupt you? It's actually,
hold on 1 second. Hold on. I gotta mute everybody. Hold on, I can't take it.
It's actually
I'm running behind.
It's actually Antelope.
Hold on. Okay, give me that name again. Antelope what? He's about to tell me. Antelope. Good. You got me in rare form now. I don't ever do this. Antelope what? Okay. So, where's my screen? Oh, I gotta show y'all. I'm sorry. So, these different areas are growing and developing. They call it Green Energy Valley, or nickname for it is Silicon Valley Part 2. These different areas have more expansion and growth. Why? Because number one, the Pacific Ocean is there. Number two, Southern California is overpopulated. Number three, the Olympics is coming. Number four, the highway is coming. When you can get in this area, or even if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but that's straight from the slides of our consulting firm, even if you get land in this area early and they build the highway 10 years from now, the Olympics is coming 7 years from now. When you start seeing that, you can get a deed and own some of the property that our firm purchased wholesale. Well, now guess what? If you have the kind of pockets where you don't need the money right away because you've been through our program, you now get a 24% return, for example, in 4 years. This is not the money you need tomorrow, guys. This isn't a checking account. This isn't a savings account. You might have this money in an IRA or a 401k, just kind of sitting, and it may be dropping, and you want to put it into a real asset. A real asset is a classification for something that's not backed by fiat currency, right? Like stock is backed by fiat. Bonds are backed by fiat. That means it's really just paper. Land, oil, diamonds, right? Precious metal, those are called real assets. Land is classified as a real asset because God is not making any more of it. So position yourself for that kind of growth, and you'll understand what it means to have a deed for something that's appreciating in value. All right, let's talk about this money. We get paid 10 different ways. For the sake of time, I don't have time to go over all of them. Let me show you this. If 3 people say, you know what, I like this. I get to work from home. I get to lower my taxes. I get to lower my debt. I get to increase my credit score. If that happens within 30 days, you earn $150. These are the 3 people that you personally introduced to the business. Now, if they introduce 3 people in 2 months, the same 3 introduce another 3, you earn $450 in a bonus. If they introduce people in 3 months, you earn another $900. So here's my real check stub, right? This is when I first joined the business. I helped 3 people who helped 3 people who helped 3 people. I earned $900 that day. And all I did was introduce the first 3. They got excited, saw their credit scores within 30 days, saw their taxes going down on their W-4, saw their debt elimination plan, got excited. Jessica, Timothy, Mervin, Rebecca, David, I made $1,300 in this one day. Now, what I tell people is this is not get rich quick. It's get rich real fast, though. Okay, but it's not get rich quick. My first check was $28. My next check was $38. But as the testimonies got out about the services and the opportunity, it went up to 400, 600, 200, 900. Every single day, I earn anywhere from $100 up to $1,000 per day. Now, I just showed you guys my cell phone earlier, right? I pulled it up and showed you. On the 10th, $14,000 came in the morning. On the 10th, another $1,400 came in that night, right? That's $16,000 roughly just that evening. Then a minimum of $500 per day. But today at 9 o'clock, $900 came in. I mean, today at about 7 o'clock, $900 came in. So these checks come in every single day as you grow your distribution base and your business. Let's conclude. The car bonus. Write this in your notes. 50 QFDs. Roughly 50 people in your organization. And the $500 a month is yours. 50 people. Roughly, well, we say 200 points, but the reason we say roughly 50 people, because everybody's worth about 3 to 5 points apiece. So you don't even know these people, but you can go out and go from $500 a month to $1,250 a month to $3,000 a month. So Charles Ivory here, $1,250 a month. Got a brand new car last month. Went to the dealership, Making With Real pays the note. You good to go. Now, you don't have to spend the money, just so you know. This is Shana Rollins. Shana said, I'm keeping my $1,250. I don't necessarily want to put it on my car. I might get a house. I might invest. I might get whatever. I might travel. The money is yours, guys. We just call it a car bonus. I always tell people I'm a vintage car collector. I have 7 cars too many. Trust me. But I love them, right? So I have 4 vintage cars. I have 3 daily drivers. I have 7 titles. They send me $3,000 a month and I cash the check. So you don't have to get the pink Cadillac, the white BMW, the black Mercedes. Some companies make you get a car. That's not what we do over here. We don't want to tie you to any kind of debt. We just want you to spend the money if you want to spend it. So very, very, very powerful. Let me show you what's called daily pay. Now, the daily pay, this is the last slide. This is the last compensation method I'm going to show you tonight. The same points increase your daily check. The same points to get the car, the same people to get the momentum bonus, the same individuals that get you these daily checks. You want to get to the $20 a day threshold as soon as possible. Let's just say it took you 60 days. Brian, what's $20 a day? About 12 people. Put that in your notes. 12 equals 600. Not you personally, 12 in your team. So all these individuals you see, their text message goes off every day, like mine is 500. I started right here, just like them, with $20 a day. Raise your hand if you like 600 a month coming in on the side, residually. Very good. So you see Ruthie Rodriguez, Nina Caldwell, Jimmy Slayton, Ebony Stembridge, Jessica Schufert, Cornelius Austin. A lot of these guys are on their way to 30 a day. Derek Ray, Keisha Taylor, $600 a month during the pandemic. You guys know how many people need this? Then it grows to 30 a day. Miss Gail Andrews out of the DMV. Anthony Moore lives in Atlanta. They're at $900 a month. Now just close your eyes, go to the mailbox every month on the 10th and pull out $900. It will help you. Amber Johnson, Lieutenant Colonel Larry Stewart, $900 a month minimum. Marvin Green, Bert Sims, $900 a month minimum. Kier Jr. Spates from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Richard Greer, $900 a month minimum. You see? So when you got people now that are saying, man, I get residual money. Like Junior, for example, he can't do stand-up comedy right now. He's on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, but he said he lost about $250,000 due to COVID. So he jumped in our business and he's slowly making the residual income that he was making doing stand-up, and it'll surpass it by the time this is all over. So we got 1 million of these. Now, 50 a day, Miss Kim Whitfield, who you saw earlier, talk about her W-4 and her child becoming an entrepreneur, and Mr. Herschel Gibbs, they're at 50 a day. Yeah, it gets serious. That's $1,500 a month. So minimum, this is the minimum, the compensation plan makes sure they at least get $1,500 a month by the 10th of every month. And Kim, I haven't decided yet. I'm still working on it. Okay, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's just a great option. All right. Judith Ivory and Larry Murray, also $1,500 a month. Now, before we go, Chuck Harden and Quanah Sims, they make $100 a day. That's $3,000 a month. And as you can see the pattern, it just keeps going higher and higher and higher. Charles Ivory and Christy Howard make $200 a day. In fact, they're $1 million ring earners because the $200 a day plus the $1,250 a month plus the $1,000 a month presidential, they have a minimum of $8,250 a month. You would need $1 million in the account, in an account at 8% to get what they make in their sleep. So when that happens, you get $1 million ring, and Christy Howard's the first female to earn the ring, and Charles Ivory's one of the first 5 in the entire company to earn the ring. They're both in Extra Digit, which is our organization, and we remain one of the top producing organizations in the entire company. If I have it my way, that's where we stay. So before I go, guys, listen, I got to get out of here. You'll see me again Wednesday night at 9:25 p.m. Not here. I'll be on Wednesday night. I'll be on our Facebook fan page, which is howtoincreaseyourcashflow.com. Write that down. Howtoincreaseyourcashflow.com. Every Wednesday we do that. That's our fan page, but it just has a domain, howtoincreaseyourcashflow.com. 9:25 every Wednesday. If you're brand new, do us a favor. There are 3 types of people right now watching. A number 3 says, thanks, but no thanks. My credit is sky high. My debt is all the way down. I got plenty of land in California. I don't need any daily pay. I got enrolled agents with the IRS already working for me. I'm just joking. Number 3 is thank you very much for watching. Number 2 say, Brian, I like that membership. You can keep the car bonus. You can keep the daily pay. I don't want the momentum bonuses. I don't want the guarantee, but I do want the experts. Number 2 is, write this down, $79 a month. You got Money Max, Equity Max, Credit Max, and Wealth Max, $79 a month. Number 1s are like, I'm in. Brian, I'm ready. COVID's not going anywhere. I wish it would hurry the hell up, but just in case it doesn't, we need to make some money from home. You want the daily pay, the car bonuses, the weekly pay, and you want the cash flow. You want the best of both worlds. That's the $228 and the $119 a month for the business and the membership services, the experts all put together. So let us know, inbox the person, text the person, call the person whose watch party you're watching, who invited you to this Zoom, whose page you're commenting on right now. Just inbox them and say, hey, I'm a number 2. I want the membership. I'm number 1. I want all the way in. And I'll see you guys Wednesday night on how to increase your cash flow. MWR.com. And I hope you guys sign up during the break. You guys have a good night.